digging the thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This is my city, yeah, this is my team.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Riyadh Rumble. I'm Jav, coming to you from the state-of-the-art Mike Tyson Boxing Club here in Riyadh, a place that's quickly becoming a hub for the elite fighters training at the highest level. And speaking of elite fighters, today we've got a special guest in the house, a man who's been making waves in the heavyweight division. After a tough battle with Fabio Wardley last October where he suffered a jaw injury, he's come back in camp, putting in the work and looking sharper than ever. He's in Riyadh training alongside some of the biggest names in the game, and we're about to catch up on everything from his recovery to what's next for him in 2025. So without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Frazer Clarke. How's it going, bro?
I'm good, Jab, man. Just wild, man. I just want to say thank you for getting in touch, bro. Thank you for reaching out.
I love.
You're new to this boxing game, the boxing media side of things, and I hope everyone that's coming over to Saudi Arabia, I hope they give you the time of day.
Inshallah.
You know what you're talking about, and obviously, you're ahead of the game. You live over here. You know the ins and outs. You know the places to be, places not to be. So, hit up Jav, and I'm sure he can help everyone from fighters, fight camps to promoters, and everyone else along the way. Broadcast teams. This man can really help you. So. I'm sure he'll tag me in the video. You get his details. Anything you need, Jav's your man.
Appreciate that, bro. It's crazy how boxing's just exploded out here. Riad's become the spot for the biggest fights. Now we've got the last Crescendo coming up. What's it been like for you being in the middle of all this?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I've only dipped my toe in. I've fought over here once and it didn't quite go to plan, but been here a few times, doing different things. I'm here now with Joseph Parker camp. It's a fantastic place to be, in terms of boxing. Very, very pretty, very clean,
unique,
very organised. Top facilities everywhere, giving fighters the opportunity, to fight on the biggest platforms for the best purses in the biggest fights.
Wicked. So just going back to last Crescendo, the card is absolutely stacked. Some serious fights lined up, as we discussed before. Which ones are you most buzzing for?
Obviously, the Bivol rematch is going to be insane. Joseph Parker, Daniel Bar, another fantastic fight.
Yeah.
But you go through the card, there's not one fight that you wouldn't love to see. They're all main events, most of them anyway. So
you reckon we see any upsets?
Listen, it's boxing, and we never know what happens. But
one punch can change it all, innit?
One punch can change it all, mate.
Yeah.
When it's 50-50 like this, I'm not sure there is too many upsets. There's a lot of 50-50 fights on there, so I think there'll always be a winner and a loser. But I'm looking forward to it nevertheless.
Now, I've got to mention that scrap with Fabio Wardley, man, absolute war. Looking back at it, what's the biggest thing that you've taken away from that fight?
So from the first one, I think it was a great fight, great battle, and a lot of respect to the champ, Fabio Wardley. Developed me as a fighter, as a human being, as a person. The second one, obviously, we know what happened. It didn't go to plan for myself. I came out here and the fight was over in one round. I was very lucky to be looked after by the great people aside, the great doctors. Got me sorted out very quickly, surgery very quickly, which has allowed me to be here again, training now and ready to go again. But I think there's been a lot of lessons in boxing. They're always taught to you. The first one taught me, about my heart, my desire, my love for the game. The second one taught me that, there's a lot of good people around. I have a very good family and friends. And that, boxing is a difficult game. I already knew that anyway, but it just reinforced that. And listen, I know where I can go in this game. I'm still putting the work in, and I won't stop.
100%. Every fight teaches you something new. Do you feel like that one changed the way you approach things, whether it's your training, game plans, or even just your mindset?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and make excuses. I think it's a beautiful cameo from Fabio Wardley, landed some beautiful shots which took me out. I'm not here to make excuses, like I said, but I definitely, from moving on from that, being around Joseph Parker and his team and seeing the way they operate there at the highest level, it's good to see things and pick things up. And I'm always looking at other teams and see what I think people do and just how I can add to my game and to my career, really. So
Wicked.
We're always trying to progress.
Awesome. So we've just going back to Joseph Parker. We've seen you training alongside some top names, Joe Parker included. You look sharp, locked in. Has this environment helped you push to another level?
Yeah, absolutely. Being around these people, Joe, Andy, George, the whole team really, you know, it's fantastic. You know, they've been so accommodating and so welcoming. And I hope I'm not just here as a spare part. You know, I'm here to try and help him get better and prepare for his fight. But at the same time, I'm like a sponge. I'm learning so much from these guys, and you know, I'm really grateful for the opportunity. And you know, God willing, you know, if I keep doing what I do, you know, I'm along with these guys as well soon, very soon.
Any new tricks that you picked up out here?
Well, it's just more, you know what, the boxing thing is one thing. Obviously, you always learn. You know, Andy Lee's a great teacher, so I'm watching him, what he's doing with Joe, and it's fantastic to see it and take it all in. And you can the experience oozes off him of, you know, the situations he's been in and the things he knows, just little things. But I think for me, it's more the professionalism and dedication to that one person. You know, getting the best out of that one person. Through their camp, that's what's impressive for me. So there's a lot of aspects of boxing. The boxing isn't really the thing I'm picking up on. I'm more picking up on the lifestyle, the way to handle being in somewhere like Saudi, the way to handle going into a massive fight. Because
Definitely.
you know, my fights going forward, they're all going to be big. You know, and the last two was after just 8 fights, that my 9th and 10th were main event fights. So
yeah,
it all came pretty quick. But yeah, I'm learning the game as we're in it.
Just speaking about your future fights, Fraser. Any names on the radar? What's next for you?
So I think next is just important to get back in the ring. You know, I think obviously the injury, the defeat is, you know, it's hard to get back on the horse.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to drop down a level because I feel like, you know, I was good. You know, if I'd have got beaten like, I don't know, like 8 rounds or 6 rounds and got beat up and wiped out, I couldn't say, oh, he's not at that level. But listen, I was taken out in the first round with some good shots, and I didn't quite get to give a true representation of myself, you know.
The first fight was absolutely a war.
50, so that's no excuse. But yeah, so I think I'm still at that level and better than that level. I think me and Fabio were definitely both better than British title level, if that makes sense.
100%.
So, you know, I think we're looking at a few good names to come back to, and then after that we're going to push on. The domestic scene's booming, you know. There's big fights to be had, and then even getting onto the world stage is great fights. You know, I'm going to sit down with the team in the next few weeks, and we've got a few names already, but I think, you know, we've got to put a plan in place.
Yeah. So if you could headline a card out here in Riyadh, who would be the dream opponent for you?
Obviously, you know.
Now's your chance to call them out.
No. Obviously, you look at the big boys, don't you? Know, you look at your AJs, your Furies, your Usyks, and they're all dream fights. But for me, I think, you know, judging on the history with me and Fabio, you know, the first fight being mega, the second fight me getting my arse handed to me, you know, I think a third fight would be absolutely fantastic. And that's
trilogy.
That's not me here begging for a fight. You know, I know I've got to work my way back up the ladder to be able to get these opportunities. But you know, I'll never say never, and I'll keep working. And one day, you know, we never know what's going to happen. With Riyadh season being involved and big fights being made by these promoters now working together, you know, like I say, I'll never say never to that. I think it could happen.
True. Did you get a chance to watch Azora's win last night?
Yeah, we all watched Azora. You know, me and Team Parker, we all sat around and listen. I put a picture up last night. I put Mount Rushmore. I put Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Robinson. Then I put Derek Chisora because he's my friend. You know, we FaceTimed earlier. We had a good chat, and you know, me and Team Parker, we all congratulated Derek. You know, a great servant to the game. And listen, mate, the heart of a lion.
Yeah.
You know, all the fire inside of him, fantastic. You know, yeah, we loved that boy.
Fraser, it's always a pleasure, mate. Big things ahead for you. I wish you all the best. Any final words for the fans watching?
No, just, you know, thank you everyone for following my journey. Obviously, we're out here in Saudi Arabia, Riyadh season. Big fights are happening. Stay tuned. Obviously, keep your eye out for me and what's coming next for me. You know, I'm looking to bounce back with a bang, and the next chapter of my story is going to be a good one. Massive shout out to you, Jav, and the channel, you know, for having me on. You know,
anytime,
like I said at the beginning, you're new to boxing. But you know, I think you could be a massive asset to Riyadh season, not just to boxing, to Riyadh season. You know, being here and understanding the city, understanding the way things work. You know, I hope some people follow your channel.
Yeah.
And they get to see Riyadh from a bit of a different season, not from like someone that flies in now and then. You're here all the time.
Definitely.
You're on the ground. You can see what's going on.
Appreciate it, bro. Love. Thank you.
With all of my life, you see my name in the lights. Better